Well, amid the diplomatic showdown between Canada and India, there are lot of questions which the students and a lot of Indian citizens, as well as Indians who are there in Canada, needs answer to. And today, to answer all these questions related to the student visas and related visas, we are joined by Sukhmeen Singh Oberoi, who is an education consultant. In fact, one of the largest education consultant based out of Jalandhar, Punjab. So thank you so much for speaking to CNN News 18. First of all, my first question would be straight on the education visas, because there are a lot of notifications coming from both sides, be it the Canadian government or from the Indian government. My first question would be, is there anything to worry about, and in fact to worry for the students when it comes to going abroad and in fact going to Canada to study?
Initially, first of all, I am very thankful to CNN for taking us on channel regarding this issue, because it's a very serious issue right now going on, especially if we talk about the international study part. So we are, as per the guidelines going on both side, एंड जो अभी इनिशियल पार्ट पे जो चीजें चल रही हैं, उस चीज को हम बात करें कि स्टडी वीजा जो कनाडा में अभी चालू है, उसमें जो वरी होने की बात है, क्योंकि जैसे इंडियन डिप्लोमेट से जो स्टोरी सबके सामने है ही है जो हो रहा है, और तब इंडिया गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से कल एक अच्छा अच्छा कह सकते हैं कि एक्शन ले लिया उन्होंने कि वीजास बंद कर दिए, ताकि उनको ये बात का एहसास कर सके। लेकिन हमें बीइंग ए कंसल्टेंट या बीइंग ए, अगर हम एजुकेशन स्टूडेंट्स के पक्ष की बात करें, उनकी तरफ से बात, उनकी साइड की बात करें, तो वो एक बहुत वरी वाली बात ये है कि कुछ लोग, कुछ बच्चे जिन्होंने इसमें, हमने पॉइंट्स नोट कर रखे हैं कि कैसे क्या क्या चीजें होने की संभावना हमें लग रही है, जिसपे हमें घबराहट हो रही है। पहली जो है कि जो बच्चों ने वीजास अभी अप्लाई करे हुए हैं और जिनकी फीस ऑलरेडी कनाडा कॉलेजेस और यूनिवर्सिटीज में जा चुकी है, उनके कईयों के डिसीजंस आ चुके हैं, उनके माइंड में कहीं ना कहीं ये घबराहट है, क्योंकि नॉर्मली उनके पेरेंट्स की तरफ से हमें कॉल्स आनी शुरू हो गई है, कंसल्टेंट्स को कॉल्स आ रही है, कंसल्टेंट्स को, कि क्या वीजा बंद हो गया, क्योंकि लोगों के एक भ्रम माइंड में चल रहा है। लेकिन अभी तक ऐसी कोई नोटिफिकेशन हमें कनाडा की साइड से नहीं आई, बट कहीं ना कहीं हमें ये बात का ना बहुत ज्यादा डर है कि जो वीजास अप्लाई करे हुए हैं, जिनकी फीस ऑलरेडी मिलियन डॉलर्स जा चुकी हुई है, तो वो कहाँ कहीं रिस्क में तो नहीं है। इस चीज को भी थोड़ा अभी अभी डर रहे हैं, क्योंकि एक साइड पे इंडिया ने जैसे वीजा बंद कर दिया, तो वी आर little bit worried about if this happen, the same action, if Canadian side they take, then we are helpless। तो उसकी कौन सुनवाई करेगा, कैसे होगा, वो चीज समझ से बाहर है।
Sukhmeen ji, you are in this business for a very long time, and in fact, you have dealt with many students. As per your understanding in the subject matter in this consultancy thing, how do you see this entire situation panning out? I'm not talking about the diplomatic thing. I'm talking about the admission processes and all.
Initially, the processing is very clear, sir. What I told you before, that student who already applied for Canada and waiting for the approval, and some people already received the approval by embassy, but they are still worried that if we reach to Canada somehow, first the question is, if the same action taken by Canada government, तो is it okay कि बच्चे को fly करने में कोई दिक्कत तो नहीं आने वाली। Second, students, in as per student thinking, they are worried about that, do they provide us work permit, because during the study, after complete completion of 2 year of study, you will get 3 year of postgraduate work permit, what Canadian government is offering। So they are little bit worried about that case also, कि क्या वर्क परमिट मिलेगा कल को वहां जाके, ये तो नहीं होगा। पहले तो ये डर है कि बच्चा पहुंचेगा या जो पढ़ रहे हैं उनको वापस तो नहीं भेजने के लिए बोला जाएगा। दूसरा, कि अगर वहां पे वर्क परमिट राइट्स की बात कर रहे हैं, तो वर्क परमिट मिलेगा कि नहीं मिलेगा, तो ये कहीं ना कहीं कंसर्न है। और तीसरा कंसर्न है जिन लोगों की ऑलरेडी स्टडीज कंप्लीट हो चुकी है, और पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट वर्क परमिट का इफेक्ट उसके ऊपर तो नहीं आएगा। सो ये कहीं ना कहीं देर इज little bit tension about, because every day in morning we used to check the news, is there any negative news or positive news, तो ये वरी थोड़ी सी माइंड में रहती है स्टूडेंट्स की।
ओके, सुखमीन जी, आपने इसमें दो अहम बातें करी. यू टॉक्ड अबाउट टू वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इश्यूज. फर्स्ट इज अबाउट द टेक्निकलिटीज व्हेन इट कम्स टू द एजुकेशन visas, and the second one is for the people who are already there, who are waiting for their permanent residencies, because you also deal with other sort of visas, not just the education visas. So what about those people? If for instance, if someone has went there with their spouse, and in fact they're dependent upon their PR or their citizenship in Canada, what happens to them, or what is happening with them right now?
As per अगर हम इसके ऊपर बात करें ना, इसमें देर आर 3-4 points that is very serious points. First, people are applying from India to Canada. They have transferred the fees. What will be happen with them? First question. Second, student who are already studying and completed the studies, and do they get work permit? Is there any kind of changes? This is a worry. Third, the third major part is people who are already having the work permit and they are already pursue their application for permanent residency. Do they get the permanent visa? And the fourth one, some people already having family in Canada and waiting for their family to rejoin in Canada for permanent residency. So they are worried about that. And the last point, the major point is who are already in permanent residency visa. Do they get the citizenship? So this is something which is very fishy or tension. It is lots of tension going on in the mind of every student, every family, every consultant
So
of
basically,
India.
okay, so basically, after talking about the situation, I can easily say that there is a sense of panic amongst all the stakeholders.
Yeah, little bit. It is something like, because we always love that India and Canada relationship should be good. It should not be in a political manner, right? But still, we are thinking ki hopefully this will be sorted out very soon. Otherwise, it will
Okay.
be trouble for both countries.
Okay, Sukhminji, last question would be on the financials of this entire or the business aspect of it. Since a lot of Indian students go abroad and in particular to Canada, to a large chunk of Canadian economy is somehow also dependent. I'll not say dependent, but a huge chunk comes from that part also. So, in case if anything of that sort happens, if there's a cancellation, if you can say, of the visas or things will be put on hold, at till what extent the Canadian economy could be hurt by this?
If we talk about the pandemic time, majority of people are worried about during the pandemic. Majority of even fees are stuck right now. Also, many colleges of Montreal, Quebec side colleges are not refunding amount. Even many of other colleges of other province of Canada also not refunding till date. Almost 3 years gone. So we are regularly fighting for that also, but we are very helpless because, we already thinking that Indian government should take initiative for refund process also, because we are worried. And same thing, if we talk about the your point that जो बच्चे वहां पे जा रहे हैं कि ये बिजनेस मल्टा, ये बिल्कुल बिनियल इतने ऑलमोस्ट 1.8 लाख बच्चे हर साल वहां जाते हैं. तो कहीं ना कहीं ये जो प्रॉफिट है वो कहीं ना कहीं कैनेडियन गवर्नमेंट की फाइनेंशियल ग्राउंड को बढ़ाता ही है. उनको उनको वो बच्चे चाहिए चाहिए. मुझे ये पर्सनली ये फीलिंग होता है. ऑलमोस्ट 15 years हो गए इस इंडस्ट्री में, तो हमने ये बात नोट करी है, एनालाइज की है. वी ऑलरेडी एनालाइज दियर बोथ थिंग्स दैट दिस इफ दिस हैपन, तो कहीं ना कहीं कनाडा गवर्नमेंट को इस चीज का लॉस होना ही होना है. अगर हम अगर इंडियन बच्चों के साथ हो रहा है, तो कनाडा गवर्नमेंट को इसका बहुत ज्यादा लॉस होगा. बहुत ज्यादा भयंकर लॉस होने वाला है. तो हमें मतलब हम तो ये प्रे करेंगे कि ऐसा होना नहीं चाहिए कि हमारे जो बच्चे इंडियन जा रहे हैं उनको कोई दिक्कत ना आए वहां पे.
To Minji, my last question would be, you talked about the entire economics, exactly how this government will be hurt in Canada if something of this sort happens. So, what is the average money which a single student pays? Because you're talking about 1.8 lakh student going every year to Canada and studying there. So, what is the average amount a student pays to go to Canada?
If we talk about the private sector, it is lesser than $10,000, $15,000 annually. And if we talk about the government part, government colleges, they normally take from international student approximate $16,000 to $20,000. And if we talk about the university part of government, 23,000 onward is the fee structure. And some universities are taking annually $50,000 annually from Indian students.
So the money is also involved in this entire case is very huge,
It's
and
a
in fact,
multi-millionaire money. Yeah, it's a big, huge hug amount. People are spending for their career to learn something, to earn something from other countries, because somehow majority of Canadian citizens, we are having an NRIs. We talk about the NRIs. They are also helping our country because that money is after they earn something, they all the money वो पैसा इंडिया में ही आता है वापस. इंडिया का इकोनॉमी भी असर आता है उसका 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 उस चीज के भी फायदा मिलता ही है.
one last thing, Mr. Oberoi, will it hurt the businesses or is it hurting the businesses of consultants? This current situation.
एज पर देखो, एज पर जो बिजनेस है, मैं इसको हिंदी में ही बात बोलूंगा कि हिंदी में इसलिए क्योंकि हमारी राष्ट्रीय भाषा है, कि अगर हम बिजनेस को हर्ट करने की बात बोले, बिजनेस बिल्कुल हर्ट हो रहा है क्योंकि हमारे अभी तक कोई ऐसा मिनिस्टर नहीं है जो हमें शेल्टर दे सके इस चीज को लेके, हमें सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं, हमारे रिफंड्स को लेके सपोर्ट कर पाए. तो हमेशा इस चीज का मिनिस्टर होना जरूरी है जो हमें सुने. और ये बिजनेस हर्ट की बात करें तो पहले तो अपनी कंट्री का ही हम सोचना पसंद करेंगे कि अपन भारतीय हैं, वी आर प्राउड टू बी इंडियन, वी आर प्राउड टू बी ए भारतीय. तो पहले तो अपनी नेशन की बात ही करेंगे क्योंकि जो चीज वहां पे हुई है, मैं उस टॉपिक पे नहीं बोलूंगा, बट जो चीज हुई है तो उस चीज के लिए तो पहले कोई ब्लेम अगर सीधा कोई कंट्री को हमारे लगाएगा तो हम अपनी कंट्री के लिए पहले खड़े होंगे. हम अपनी कंट्री से ज्यादा प्यार करते हैं. तो रहेगी बात बिजनेस की, बिजनेस तो चलता ही रहना है और हम तो अच्छा प्रे करेंगे, बट फर्स्ट वी आर प्राउड टू बी इंडियन.
Thank you so much, Mr. Oberoi, speaking to CNN News 18. So there is a sense of panic amongst the students because there are a lot of developments happening on the day-to-day basis when it comes to the diplomatic ties between both the countries. Though the consultants believe that largely there is a sense of panic amongst the students, but largely there's nothing to worry because they believe that this situation will be resolved, and in fact this education sector will only flourish with the coming days. Thank
Yeah,
you so
we
much,
need.
Mr.
Yeah,
Oberoi, for speaking to CNN News 18.
thank you, sir.